Hello guys, today we'll learn about Coulomb's law. So here is a question which we are going to solve and we'll learn about Coulomb's law. The question is that charge x is 3 times the magnitude of charge y. So there are two charges called x and y, and charge x is bigger by 3 times of charge y. X and y are 5 mm apart and repel each other with the force of 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1 Newton. What is the magnitude and sign of the each charge? Now, because the question says they repel each other, it means it's clearly the charges will be of the same polarity. So it means both the charges x and y can be positive or they both can be negative, because then only they will repel each other. Now the second part is to find the magnitude. To find the magnitude, let's do some calculations. So here we are writing everything what is given. I'm using x is equals to 3 times q because the charge of x is 3 times the charge of y. So I have chosen charge of y is equals to q, and hence the charge of x becomes 3q. Now the distance between them, we have to convert 5 millimeters to meters. So that will become 5 times 10 to the power minus 3 meters. And the force is given, which is 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1 Newton. Now we need to figure out how much is the value of this q, because if we will get the q, we'll multiply it by 3, we'll get the charge of x, that will be the magnitude of the charge x, and q will be the value of the charge of y. So to solve that, we have to use the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law states that if there are two charges q1 and q2 which are distant apart by a distance of r, the force between them is given by F is equals to K times Q1 times Q2 over R square. So here K is a constant and its value is always 9 times 10 to the power 9. Now in place of Q1 we are using charge Y, which is Q, and in place of Q2 we are using the charge X, which is 3Q. Divide by the distance, which is 5 times 10 to the power minus 3, and because it is squared, so we have done square of the whole thing. Now this is all equated to the force, and the force value given here is 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1, so that value will come here. Now out of this equation, if you see that we have some numbers and we have some alphabets, we can combine the numbers. So we have combined 9 and 3 and this 10 to the power 9, which will become 2.7 times 10 to the power 10. And q and q, when they will combine together, that will become q square. And in the denominator, when we will do square of this, we'll get 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 5. Now here is a fraction which is 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1 divided by 1. We'll cross multiply both the fractions to make q square as a subject. So right now 1 is getting multiplied to 2.7 times 10 to the power 10 times q square, which is this number, is equals to 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1 times by 2.5 times by 10 to the power minus 5. So now the fraction form of the equation is gone and it is just looking like a simple equation. So first we'll multiply these numbers, 4.5 times 10 to the power minus 1 times 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 5, and whatever is the answer, we'll divide that by 2.7 times 10 to the power 10. So when we multiplied it, we got 1.125 times 10 to the power minus 5 divided by 2.7 times 10 to the power 10, and this will be equals to q square. So finally our q square is 4.166 times 10 to the power minus 16, and we need to figure out q. So we have to take the square root of this side, which makes it 2.04 times 10 to the power minus 8 coulombs. Now q is the charge of y, so we got the charge of y, which is 2.04 times 10 to the power minus 8 coulombs, and the charge of x was 3 times of q. So 3 times of this number will give us 6.12 times 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. So this way we will solve this question where we are figuring out what is the magnitude of each of the charge x and y and their polarities. So they will be either both positive or they will be both negative with the calculated magnitude of their charge. So hope it helps you to understand the Coulomb's law. See you in the next video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.